The first period, 1844 to 1853, centers around the gentle, the youthful, and irresistible person of the Bab, matchless in his meekness, imperturbable in his serenity, magnetic in his utterance, unrivaled in the dramatic episodes of his swift and tragic ministry. It begins with the declaration of his mission, culminates in his martyrdom, and ends in a veritable orgy of religious massacre revolting in its hideousness. It is characterized by 9 years of fierce and relentless contest, whose theater was the whole of Persia, in which above 10,000 heroes laid down their lives, in which 2 sovereigns of the Qájár dynasty and their wicked ministers participated, and which was supported by the entire Shiite ecclesiastical hierarchy, by the military resources of the state, and by the implacable hostility of the masses. The second period, 1853 to 1892, derives its inspiration from the august figure of Bahá'u'lláh, preeminent in holiness, awesome in the majesty of his strength and power, unapproachable in the transcendent brightness of his glory. It opens with the first stirrings in the soul of Bahá'u'lláh, while in the Síyáh-Chál of Tihrán, of the revelation anticipated by the Bab, attains its plenitude in the proclamation of that revelation to the kings and ecclesiastical leaders of the earth, and terminates in the ascension of its author in the vicinity of the prison town of Akka. It extends over 39 years of continuous, of unprecedented, and overpowering revelation, is marked by the propagation of the faith to the neighboring territories of Turkey, of Russia, of Iraq, of Syria, of Egypt, and of India, and is distinguished by a corresponding aggravation of hostility represented by the united attacks launched by the Sháh of Persia and the Sultan of Turkey, the 2 admittedly most powerful potentates of the East, as well as by the opposition of the twin sacerdotal orders of Shí'ah and Sunní Islám. The third period, 1892 to 1921, revolves around the vibrant personality of Abdu'l-Bahá, mysterious in his essence, unique in his station, astoundingly potent in both the charm and strength of his character. It commences with the announcement of the Covenant of Bahá'u'lláh, a document without parallel in the history of any earlier dispensation, attains its climax in the emphatic assertion by the center of that covenant, in the city of the covenant, of the unique character and far-reaching implications of that document, and closes with his passing and the interment of his remains on Mount Carmel. It will go down in history as a period of almost 30 years' duration, in which tragedies and triumphs have been so intertwined as to eclipse at one time the orb of the covenant, and at another time to pour forth its light over the continent of Europe, and as far as Australasia, the Far East, and the North American continent. The fourth period, 1921 to 1944, is motivated by the forces radiating from the will and testament of Abdu'l-Bahá, that charter of Baha'u'llah's New World Order, the offspring resulting from the mystic intercourse between him who is the source of the law of God and the mind of the one who is the vehicle and interpreter of that law. The inception of this last period of the first Bahá'í century synchronizes with the birth of the formative age of the Bahá'í Era, with the founding of the administrative order of the Faith of Bahá'u'lláh, a system which is at once the harbinger, the nucleus, and pattern of his world order. This period, covering the first 23 years of this formative age, has already been distinguished by an outburst of further hostility of a different character, accelerating on the one hand the diffusion of the faith over a still wider area in each of the 5 continents of the globe, and resulting on the other in the emancipation and the recognition of the independent status of several communities within its pale.